my computer works.
Estás equivocada, yo no sé qué fallé, porque fui fiel la noche de ayer, siempre me arrepentiré. Y de rodillas te pido, mujer, que si alguna vez sentiste algo lindo por mí, perdóname, que si alguna vez sentiste algo lindo por mí,
¿Cómo quieres que te perdone si te fuiste de mi lado sin dejarme ninguna explicación? No te importó si yo comía o sufría o se partía en dos mi corazón. Ahora me viene a confesar que estás arrepentido, que hay mucha herida que está nadie y yo no confío. Yo pensé que solamente tú eras mío, y yo te lo digo todo mal agradecido.
Come back to me, please and sorry. Si tú no estás conmigo, mami, I am lonely. Cuando estamos en la camita, baby.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Blue Chip Live special today. Texit coin growing hash for cash. I believe we're going to have a great show. We have Rafael Pagano out of Montreal, Canada, and we got Peter the Arborist out of Alabama, right?
Yes, sir.
And we have Mr. Ron Kane out of Orange Park, Florida, and Captain Mike out of St. Augustine, and Big T out of Jacksonville, Florida. And we have Mr. Mohahid. How's it going, Mohahid? Can you hear me?
Yeah, this is he's from Bangladesh.
Can you hear us, big guy? Oh, maybe I have to unmute him. Unmute.
Mujahid, the right pronunciation, Mujahid.
Mujahid. Yeah. Well, welcome. We're certainly glad to have you, sir. From Bangladesh. Man, that's awesome.
Dhaka, Bangladesh, the capital city of Bangladesh, Dhaka.
Well, great. Well, I'm glad to have everybody. I'm trying to open up. Can you guys see the chat at all?
I just did test. Did you get that?
Yeah, that's in the private chat. Or is that what you're referring to?
Well, I see the comments. Yeah, where's the comments where we usually get everybody?
Yeah, they're populating, Chip.
Okay, good. I see Tom Reinberg, but okay. So today we're going to, once again, I want to welcome everyone. And before we jump into the dialogue on the strategies of growing hash and the importance of that, we're going to Big T, Tom, is going to talk about wrapped Texit coin, which is, at first I didn't look at it as, I'll check it out later, but I was testing the off-ramping or cashing in of, we got another gentleman on here, Mojahidur Rahman. Did I pronounce that right? Rahman. Oh, wow. So anyway, and off-ramping some Texit coin, which, it was fairly simple, a little bit lengthy. And Tom said, hey, going the wrap Texit coin route is actually a little bit faster. So we're going to let him do a demo on that. You ready to jump into that, Big T?
Let's do it. The whole purpose of wrap Texit coin is getting you out into the whole world of Ethereum and all, the ability to have the fluency and the fluidity of Texit coin. Because Texit coin is its own blockchain. You got your own wallet, but you can't really move it around too easily. And by wrapping it on the Ethereum blockchain, that gives you the ability to exchange it for anything on the Ethereum blockchain. So you could literally wrap your Texit coin real quickly and get it onto the Ethereum blockchain and then convert it to Ethereum, convert it to USDC, USDT on the Ethereum blockchain, or a number of other coins. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I'm going to share my screen right now. All right, and basically what you need to do is you need to go to...
Did you already share your screen?
I'm sharing it right now. You guys should be able to get me on there, Chip. All right.
Okay.
So this is the site that you need to go to. Can everybody see that? TXC wrap Texit coin convert?
Yep.
Okay. So that's going to wtxc.texitcoin.org/exchange. And it's this simple. If I want to exchange 10 of my Texit coins for 10 wrapped Texit coin, I just put it in there. Now make sure you're not thinking this as a dollar amount. You're actually thinking of it as 10 coins. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to convert 10 coins of Texit coin to wrap Texit coin right now. So I'm just going to put in my email address.
And this is on the Ethereum blockchain, right?
Yep. So you want to use your email that you're signed up with Texit coin. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to my Rabby wallet, log in. Can you guys see my Rabby wallet?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up here to the top. I'm going to copy my address. And I'm going to put where I want that wrap Texit coin to go to. Now you're going to see you got to send Texit coin. Well, where am I sending them from? You're going to do that on the next screen. So right here, you're putting where you want your wrap Texit coin to go to. So I want it to go to my Rabby wallet. It's an Ethereum-based cross-chain wallet. Now this pops up. You literally, if you guys... I know all you guys have done this, but if anybody out there is watching, if you haven't downloaded the Texit Coin app that shows your hot wallet and all your coins going to it and have put that in your back office, you need to do that. But we are just I'm going to open up my Texit Coin wallet, which you can't see that right now. So I'm logging in to my Texit Coin app hot wallet. And at the bottom, and if you guys are following along on your app, all you do is as soon as you log in to your app or hot wallet, it's going to have a pink rectangular square at the bottom, or pink rectangle at the bottom that says scan. You just click on that and you scan this QR code. Your wallet's going to pop up, and all you're going to do is type in the amount of coins that you had said you wanted to send to get wrapped. And so it was 10, so I'm putting 10. And I can even put a little note to myself, WTXC swap. And I hit next, and then I hit send now. And it's literally that easy. I'm done. So in about 5 to 9 minutes is what has been taking for this transaction to happen. No different than you swapping another coin for another coin on any other blockchain, doing a bridge from one blockchain to the other. So while we're waiting on that, I thought, Chip, you ought to play that video about wrap Texit coin.
Okay, I'm
So
going to do that.
I'm going to stop sharing the screen.
Okay, sir.
The bridge between Texas roots and the global crypto revolution. Wrapped TXC on Uniswap is the bridge between the TEX coin ecosystem and the global crypto economy. It gives us price discovery, market access, trust signals, trading freedom, and the ability to grow beyond Texas without losing our roots. What's a wrapped coin? Imagine TXC puts on an Ethereum spacesuit. That's wrapped TXC, the same coin you know and love, just dressed up to travel across the Ethereum universe. It lets TXC plug into DeFi tools, trade on Uniswap, and interact with smart contracts. The bridge between Texas roots and the global crypto revolution.
It's not on there anymore, Chip.
Oh, was it on there?
It was.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was playing.
All right, 1 second.
The bridge between Texas roots and the global crypto revolution. Wrapped TXC on Uniswap is the bridge between the TEX coin ecosystem and the global crypto economy. It gives us price discovery, market access, trust signals, trading freedom, and the ability to grow beyond Texas without losing our roots. What's a wrapped coin? Imagine TXC puts on an Ethereum spacesuit. That's wrapped TXC, the same coin you know and love, just dressed up to travel across the Ethereum universe. It lets TXC plug into DeFi tools, trade on Uniswap, and interact with smart contracts, all while keeping its original value. It's the same TXC, just a new playground. Wrapping a coin doesn't change what it is, it just lets it go. Places the original version can. Think of it this way, wrapped TXC equals TXC on tour. Now performing on Ethereum network. What makes wrapped TXC so important? First, wrapped TXC is so important because making it tradable on Uniswap unlocks global access for anyone with a crypto wallet, removes reliance on centralized exchanges, enables real price discovery driven by the market, and gives users the power to buy or sell TXC instantly, 24/7. No middlemen, no restrictions. Second, wrapped equals Ethereum compatibility. Wrapped TXC is an ERC20 token, meaning it's fully compatible with the Ethereum ecosystem. It can be traded across top DeFi platforms like Uniswap, SushiSwap, and 1inch, stored in wallets such as MetaMask and Trust Wallet, tracked on portfolio apps like CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. This transforms TXC from a Texas native asset into a globally accessible player in decentralized finance. Third, price chart plus trading history. Once Wrapped TXC begins trading on Uniswap, it gains a public price chart, bringing credibility and transparency to the market. It becomes trackable, chartable, and directly comparable to other cryptocurrencies, giving investors and partners a clear view of its volume, volatility, and demand over time. Fourth, DeFi utility and integration. Once wrapped, TXC can be staked, pooled, or lent through DeFi platforms, integrated into DAOs, DEX aggregators, and yield farms, and even used as collateral or liquidity across other ecosystems. This is the path for community currencies to go global. Fifth, trade with all, alliance with none. This is our motto in action. By launching wrapped TXC on Uniswap, anyone, anywhere can trade it freely, no permission required. It aligns perfectly with our vision of borderless, decentralized commerce, and positions TXC as an equal player in the open market, not a niche project confined to a closed ecosystem. And finally, WTXC on Uniswap is the next phase of freedom. Since May 15th, 2024, Texit coin has been live. It's been bought, sold, and traded on real centralized exchanges. No waiting, no hype, no empty promises. We're not a future project. We're already in motion. But now we're opening an entirely new chapter. With wrapped TXC on Uniswap, we unlock global permissionless access. Anyone, anywhere can trade TXC without creating an account or going through a gatekeeper. This is decentralized finance, the way it was meant to be. Wrapped TXC brings deep DEFI liquidity. Traders, whales, bots, and protocols can all join the market. Swaps happen instantly, 24 hours a day, directly from any Ethereum wallet. And price discovery never sleeps. It's tracked on every major chart and aggregator in real time. This isn't just about launching. This is about going everywhere. We started in Texas. Now we're landing in every wallet on Earth. Wrapped TXC is more than a token. It's a signal. It tells the world we're not here to play it safe. We're not begging for listings. We're not following someone else's playbook. We're writing our own rules. We're building our own liquidity. And we're letting the free market do what it does best. Reward what's real. We're already listed. We're already trading. Now we're decentralized. And we're just getting started. Uniswap is just the beginning. Made in Texas. Now unleashed on Ethereum. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And remember, always do your own research. This is not investing advice. See you in the next video.
All right, so while that video was playing, my transaction actually went through. So I'm going to share my screen now. literally took about 7 minutes. So I'm going to go back and share my screen.
Does anybody have a contract address they can paste in the comments?
Yeah, I can get that for you, Peter.
Yeah, we've had a couple more people join the stream. Susan and George, how you doing? So, and Susan and George came in last week. Up at the top here, you know, you guys came in under me, and I'm under Raphael, and Raphael is under Ron. And then you have Peter and Captain Mike. Where did Captain Mike go? Did we lose him? He'll pop back in. He pops in and out. He's got that satellite internet. It's not all that great. But either, oh, here he is right here. Add to stage. Captain Mike. So anyway, Susan and George, that video we just showed, it probably sounded very foreign to you. But basically, Texit coin is its own blockchain, okay? Just like Bitcoin or Ethereum is its own blockchain. And then what happens is developers come in and they develop projects around that blockchain, and there'll be different investment protocols or projects that you can go into, deposit, compound, withdraw, and you'll learn more about that later. But what's cool about that, as those projects are developed, more than likely, people will have to buy Texit coin and swap it to whatever that project's token is, giving a bigger use case to Texit coin, and they'll have to pay gas fees to compound or put in more money or withdraw. So it's creating all this use case that helps support the price of Texit coin even more. Did I explain that right, Peter?
Yes. I'm actually looking on Ethereum Uniswap right now to see if there's any pools open up for Texit coin right now.
Okay. And then Big T, is your transaction going through?
Yeah, so I shared my screen. You gotta show it to everybody.
Okay.
So
all right.
This is the screen you'll get when it goes through. Everybody see that? Thanks for your payment.
Yeah, we have a loud music there coming from someone.
Hold on a second. Well, it can't be there.
It's coming from Avino.
There we
go.
Thank you.
All right, so that literally took about 7 minutes. It happened, well before the video got done that we were watching. But now I can take you to my Ravi wallet, and you'll see when I click on it that I've got 30 Texit coin because I had 20. And if you remember, I wrapped 10 more. And so now my total is 30. And so that's how easily you can convert your Texit coin to a cross-chain Ethereum-based wallet like MetaMask or Ravi. Now we can simply go to Ethereum and we can go up here and we can search for wrapped Texit coin. And there it is right there. And that's got a contract number right there for you, Peter. I'm copying that. And I'm going to put that in the comments. So there's your contract right there.
What do you guys show as the current price of Texit coin?
Current price that we've got on our wallets right now is $2.89.
Wow.
And so it's a little bit less than that on Uniswap right now.
Yeah.
So you could literally swap your wrap Texit coin, or you could wrap it right now. Now you're going to have a little bit of a loss right now because it's only 270 on Uniswap, and it's 289 as Texit coin.
Yeah.
But these things balance out. I've seen it where for the last week, it's been right on par with the price. So
let's say I was Susan and George. What this will mean later when you get to, and everybody else, cashing in your Texit coin, going to Dex-Trade, it's a little more time than this. If you're in a hurry and you want to get, you got a couple thousand Texit coins sitting there and you want to off ramp it and sell it, you can go here, and here he can swap that to USDC and then send that to his crypto.com or Coinbase, and from there to his bank. This is just another way that you can, what we call off ramp, take your crypto, turn it into your money, and turn it into money and get it out the bank to pay for George's lap dances. I'm just kidding.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
now, are you guys seeing my screen with Uniswap?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So you can see I connected my wallet up here in the right-hand corner. I've got Ethereum here, and I've got Wrap Texit coin. It's telling me sell Ethereum, buy Wrap Texit coin. If I've got money right now, if the price of Texit coin is $2.89 as Texit coin and $2.70 as Wrap Texit, I would be buying Texit coin with some Ethereum and getting a bargain. Because I saw some arbitrage like this a couple weeks ago where it was even greater than that. And I purchased 50 Texit coin for a heck of a lot less than the price of Texit coin. And I went back to the exchange and did the reverse and got 10 Texit coin for half the price. Wow. So it's something to be aware of. But then I went back and I've been watching it for the last 2 weeks, and it's been right on par with the price of Texit coin. So now I'm seeing there's a little variation tonight. But you literally would take this and you would flip this right here, and we would sell Texit coin. And so I could put in here to sell 10 Texit coin. And it would give me 0.00056 Ethereum. I'd hit review. Now you get this impersonating token detected. It's impersonating the Texit coin token because it's wrapped. And then we would hit continue, and we would hit swap. It's going to charge me 7 cents to swap this. And there's a network cost of 19 cents. So I'm going to hit swap. Up pops my wallet. I'm going to sign off on that, confirm. And I just swapped Texit coin for Ethereum. And now I can do anything with that Ethereum. I can go back to Coinbase and I can sell that Ethereum. I can send it to my central exchange, Coinbase, sell it, and then send the money to my bank. That's how easy that is.
Wow.
So just wanted to show everybody that.
And
Very interesting.
yeah, Susan and George, that's a little advanced, but you'll be surprised how quick you'll be understanding all this stuff.
So now you can see those 30 Texit wrap Texit coin I had are now 20, and I got 0.0062 Ethereum now. So that's just how easy it is. So I had a little bit of Ethereum here already, but this just added to my Ethereum. So now I can take that Ethereum, and if I wanted to send it anywhere, I could send it to Chip. I could send it to, Coinbase. I can do anything with it. I could also go back here, and I could do this again for 10. And I could change this to Tether. I could change it to USDC. So now I'm going to send it to USDC Ethereum. I'm going to hit review. We're going to get this impersonating token detected. I'm going to say swap. I'm going to sign in and confirm. And boom. Here it is. It's up here in the right-hand corner. It's telling me pending. And it should have went through. And we'll check my Rabby wallet, and we'll go here. And there you go. Now my 20 Texit coin is only 10. And now I've got 26 USDC coins.
Very nice. So to do these transactions with Wrapped, it's only on decentralized.
Well, it's with any swap.
That's correct. It's not on a centralized exchange. You're correct.
Yeah. With any swap that's out there that's Ethereum based. Because Wrapped Texit coin is wrapped with Ethereum. So it has to be on the Ethereum blockchain, which the Ethereum blockchain is decentralized. And Uniswap is one of the largest swaps in all of crypto.
Right.
So for us to be able to swap Texit coin for USDC and then just send that to Coinbase and then cash out and send it to our bank, you saw how easy that was.
Yes.
And I'm thinking that's going to be real important because, right now, when you do it the other way through Dex trade, it's not too lengthy, and you have to wait for orders to be filled. But can you imagine when the price goes up and there are more orders to fill and larger? It's good to have another way. That's just my way of thinking.
And if you noticed on that video, there's also CoinGecko. Here's Wrapped Texit coin on CoinGecko. They also talked about, and here's the chart on CoinGecko of Wrapped Texit coin. And so, we're getting out there and getting more exposure with Wrapped Texit coin than just Texit coin. So now Texit coin is going to be the base blockchain for Texit coin. It's its own blockchain, just like Bitcoin's its own blockchain, Ethereum's its own blockchain, Texit coin's its own blockchain. And we're just basically wrapping Texit coin with Ethereum to give it all kinds of liquidity. And there's other swaps out there too that they mentioned, like 1inch. 1inch is another major swap out there that you would be able to swap your Texit coin for Ethereum-based products like Ethereum, USDC, USDT.
Hey,
so,
Chip.
So any exchange that is decentralized, what about like something like Exodus? Is that decentralized?
No, it's not any exchange, Raphael. It's an Ethereum-based, anything Ethereum-based.
Okay.
So if you can send Ethereum to it, or if you can do buy and sells with Ethereum, then it could have the accessibility to have Wrapped Texit coin on it.
So something like Exodus, you would probably be able to do that there too?
I'm not familiar with Exodus.
Okay.
But it would be something for you to test out. and check out. But if you go back and you watch that video again, they talk about CoinGecko, they talk about 1inch, they talk about Uniswap. But I didn't hear anything about that one you mentioned. So
did you say something there, Peter?
Yeah. So something that's there's actually an opportunity I just noticed on here. So if somebody is completely brand new to the Texit coin ecosystem and they want to dip their toes in this, there is actually 2 pools on Uniswap right now, and the total volume locked in one of these is just under $1,000. So you could actually take your wrapped Texit coin and you could add it. You could add liquidity to this pool and earn right now 261% APR.
Wow.
So that is something worth looking at. If you go to Uniswap and you punch in WTXC, you can go to token itself. It will show you 2 pools on here. I'm going to show these if I can. If not, all right.
While you're looking that up, Tom, LCM wants to know if you can swap WTXC on Rabby itself.
Yes.
I have not tried that. Let me just try it.
Yeah, you have to use the browser version. Chip, there's actually another pool that's been created that is a small one, and it is wrapped Texit coin with USDC.
Oh, really? That's that's a good pair, right? I like that.
Yeah, but on these 2, they're both very new, and it looks like they're not very old. So, I mean, if this is going to catch legs, you're going to see a tree version of this show up in these pools. And as a matter of fact, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and do it right now.
What Susan and George, what he's referring to, Tom, would be better to explain this, being he's the one that taught me everything that I probably know about crypto. But liquidity pairing is it's a form of investing where they'll take a pair of crypto tokens and you can provide liquidity and earn on the fees that are the trading fees that are made every day. So as a liquidity provider, they are rewarding you with a percentage of the fees based on, how much you have invested. But, for me, I would definitely look into liquidity providing, but as a Texit coin investor, it's awesome. As most of the people like to say in crypto, it's bullish. The bear market, bullish means it's great news that, that already liquidity providing projects are jumping out there with the wrap TXC. That's giving it use case. That means more and more use cases are being developed already, even at an early stage. So same thing that happened with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, it gives it more utility versus something that's out there just running on pure Ponzi-nomics or something.
Yeah.
God bless it, right?
Yes. So, Peter, you were saying there's 2 liquidity pairs already created out there with wrap TXC.
Yeah, I'm actually creating one for you guys right now.
Hey, Peter is like he's like he and Ron. Where did Ron leave? Oh, there he is.
Ron gone.
I'm still here.
Oh, there
so
you are.
Ron is at the top of our tree, correct?
Yeah.
Love it. Tree, yes. Tree.
Yeah. I call him my supernova.
Yes, a supernova, that's whenever you have people buying a hash with their commissions and you're hitting your 99 off of that.
Yeah, when they elect to take their commissions in hash.
Okay.
And when they flush all the points, and you automatically already have 9 and 9 off of the hash that they received. And that's Supernova.
Yes, Supernova. In expanding on that, Supernova is after they've tallied everything up for the week on Saturday. You wake up Sunday, and you've already got your 9 and 9 for the next week. That's Supernova.
Boom.
All your points have floated to the top.
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
It's just a matter of time. We all get there.
Captain Mike has an uncle that actually, I don't know, I'll let him tell this story, but his uncle was seriously involved with mining. He actually bought a miner himself, and you want to share some of that info with us, Mike? You feel comfortable doing that? Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you, Mike.
Okay. So, yeah, so I've been sharing this with one of my uncles, and unbeknownst to me, he had been into mining Bitcoin years ago, and in small chunks. But anyway, he was telling me, he said, listen, the way the mining process is set up, your mine is only going to produce you between $4 and $5 per day worth of coins. In other words, if the coin's value is $1, the mine's going to mine you 4 to 5 of those coins per day. If the coin's value is $10, the mine's going to produce you maybe a half a coin a day. Now, I didn't really understand that, but when I started doing the math, I think he's correct. So the bottom line is, and I said, I said, I'm doing the math here, and I see that it looks like you're right. But how did you know that? He said, that's the way a mine is set up. A miner is going to mine you $4 to $5 a day worth of coins. So let's suppose that is the case. Obviously, it behooves us all to have as much hash power as you can. So kind of the essence of Chip's show today is, for a couple of reasons, you want to take your commissions out in hash. Number one, it doesn't take away from your cash potential. I believe I'm correct on that.
Yes.
And then number two, you get the double of it. So if you earn 300 hash, you're going to get 600.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So there's two excellent reasons why you want to take your commissions in hash. And it kind of goes back to the fact that if, in fact, a miner is only going to mine you $4 to $5 a day worth of results, obviously the more hash or the more miners you have is of the essence.
And you, Susan, you and George, you understand what he's about hash power, right?
Right. We got it.
Okay. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
Now, I would like, you guys that have been, like, maybe Peter or Ron or Raphael, you guys that have been into crypto and know a lot more about me. Have y'all ever known that a miner, that's the way a mine is set up? It's going to mine you $4 to $5 a day worth of results.
I can answer that. That's more true of Bitcoin, but not true of all miners, because our miners are obviously mining us a coin and a half to a coin 9 per day. So it's not based on a dollar amount. It's based on the number of coins.
So do the math. What?
So if I have one miner,
the dollar and
Yeah, so if I have one miner,
If you've
that's
got one miner that's
mining me
mining
a coin and a half.
1 point,
Yeah. We will come out to exactly
and how
what
much is
Captain Mike
Texit
said.
coin right now?
289.
289.
How much is Texit coin?
It's exactly the right combination.
So multiply that.
Yeah. Yeah. That math works right now, but as the coin goes up in value, you know, will we
The
still
amount of
get
coin, the amount of coin that you're
coin and a
mining
half a day?
is going to go down.
Well, that's because
So
you
as
got
the
more
coin
people
goes up
coming
in
in.
value, you're going to continue to mine less coins. You're only going to mine $4 to $5 a day worth of coins. So that being said, it behooves us. We don't want the coin to go up, in my opinion, too fast. And I think Bobby or somebody even addressed this on one of their live streams. We don't want it to go up too fast. We want to try to mine as many as we can while it's lower. And then once you've got a bunch built up, then you want it to go up.
Correct.
Wow.
But the bottom line is, and if you keep track, and you guys, let's all do this together. Keep track of the math as the coin mining, as you begin mining, as the coin value goes up, and you begin mining less coins. Keep an eye on that, and let's see if the math is $4 to $5 per day worth of coins per miner.
Well, for me, for the past 90 days and plus that I've been doing this, it has been that. And Mr. Bobby Gray also, you know, since I've been listening to him, I've always said that if you want to make an average on how much you're making per miner, comes out to an average of about $5 a day, give or take, you know, depending where we are in the month, depending how many miners were sold. And then eventually our liquidity is growing and our pool is growing and our price is going up. But
Well,
go ahead, Ron.
That's only if the price of the coin keeps elevating.
Yeah.
If the price of the coin stayed at 289 and we put on another 10,000 miners activated, it's not going to be $5 anymore.
No,
it's going to be less.
But with the sales of the miners, we're also building a, how do we call that? The funds.
The liquidity reserve.
The liquidity reserve. Thank you, Boo.
Right.
So we're building a liquidity reserve to actually, you know, test the market. Like he's tested the market this week, and look, it's responding great. Instead of 275, it's hovering 285. Today it's at 289. You know, it's doing great. So the testing that he's been doing since November has just, you know, the test of time is going and going. And I believe the way he's doing it is proper, you know. Even Bobby says it. We don't want the price. He doesn't want the price to go up right away, you know.
No.
Yeah.
Because we're building this, you know.
Because you're going to be mining less coins, so you want to try to mine as many coins as you can while it's lower, so that when it does go up, you've got that, you know, a lot of coins at that new value.
Yeah,
true.
But when the coin, here's the thing: when the coin hits $16 per coin, so when the coin hits $16 a coin, the amount of coins that you're going to be mining will be equal to $4 to $5 per day worth of coins.
Yes, and when we reach that point, also all these miners that we have should be almost all sold. We should be paired up to that because
that's what he said. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
he said. By February, we should be all sold out. That'll be the last seat on the rocket ship, and you know we'll be at, you know,
Yes, that's
possibly $16.
Yeah, that's the prediction. But the way I see it, I'm not thinking about February. What I'm thinking of is 16, all the hash power gone. Even if it goes till March, or I don't know, goes till April, maybe it could happen before. We could be there at December, you know. But I believe that if we're at $16, I believe there's no more seats on the rocket ship. Then that's what it is. You're gonna get what you're gonna get for life, but that price is going to keep going up, Captain Mike. So if the price keeps going up, let's say we get to $100 or $300, or he wants to go to $1,000, you're making 1/10 of a coin. You can forget about your $4 or $5 theory there, because it ain't going to be like that anymore, you know. But for now, no,
it's still you're still going to be earning $4 to $5 a day, because the amount of coins that you are mining is going to equal $4 to $5 per day, no matter what the value of the coin is.
Well, if I'm making,
it's the same, and I didn't believe it either. I didn't believe it. But I started looking at it, and it's the same in Bitcoin. It's the same in any mine. And this is what Michael was telling me. He said, the way a mine is set up for success, it's going to mine you $4 to $5 a day worth of results.
So I got to get myself 100 miners.
Yeah, you're almost halfway there now.
Well, I believe the more miners. I got into this project,
but you know, it's an interesting topic for us to be aware of, but also to keep an eye on. And it's not just related to Texit coin. This is not a slam. This is just the way mining is set up. Per this person that is a pretty credible source to me has told me, I'm going to be interested to see if it prevails to be that. I don't know for sure, but it is interesting. Like Tom was saying, well, if the coin's right now at 289 and we're mining 1.5 a day, you know, let's just keep an eye on how much you're mining a day and how much the coin is, and let's see if it stays in that $4 to $5 range. And there may be something to that.
That's not accurate, because once all the miners are sold, you're going to earn 0.095 per miner per day.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Average. If you're only at $16 at that point, you're only earning $1.52 per miner.
Yeah.
There's going to come a baseline that it won't go below, because if it did that, they wouldn't be continuing to mine Bitcoin today.
Yeah. And it's the same thing like this one is saying. Once you get to that 1/10 of a coin at the end, if we're at $500, 1/10 of $500 is $50 a day. So my one miner will give me $50 a day if the price is at 500 once all the seats are sold. So that's $4 to $5 theory goes out the window.
There's also what's known as halving. Halving comes in every 5 years.
Yes.
And that bolsters the price. So in Bitcoin's already halved 4 or 5 times in its lifetime.
Yes.
Because it started in 2008. So in 13 it halved, and in 18 it halved, and in 23 it halved. So it's halved 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Man, where do you learn this? What do you do? What do you like? Sit around and read this stuff all day? Yeah. Jesus Christ!
I'm in the crypto world, Chip.
Well, that's where Bobby gets the 135 years from.
Yeah.
Having.
And Bobby on his live stream just last week said, "And guys, this is something I needed to tell you. In 5 years from now, there will be a halving. Mm-hmm. But every time there's a halving, it boosts the price. So in 5 years from now, if the coin price is $100 and we halving drops the number of hash, or the number of coins that you can mine per day
by half, correct? By half.
Yes, by half. Yes.
And that pushes the price up. That's what has helped Bitcoin in addition to all the institutional investors purchasing it, and the banks getting involved, and BlackRock and all them buying millions and millions of dollars of it, that's helped boost the price. But every 5 years when Bitcoin halved, they would tell you, oh, Bitcoin's going to halve this next year. Gobble up your Bitcoin, keep mining your Bitcoin, whatever. But, we're going to have a halving in 5 years from now with Texit coin. And so whatever we're mining per day, we're going to get half of that. And then our price is going to shoot up because of it.
So basically, either way, just to keep it simple, we just need to build our hash power.
Yep.
Exactly.
If we can afford not to take the commission, exchange it for hash, the more you have, the better off you're going to be, regardless of which theory is right.
The short of the story is the more hash, the more future cash. Because you're going to be mining.
I agree with that.
Coins go from 1.5 today to 1.25 to 1 to 0.75 to point.
Yeah. Well, I've seen a dramatic. Well, the thing is, there's a lot more people getting involved. As time goes by, you see the numbers doubling up, and what I've seen in the last 90 days, I can just imagine the way it's going to be in the next 90 days, Instead of these 200 to 300 people signing up per day, I think we will probably be at 600, 700, 800 people per day signing up, if not more, And
we had over 400 the other day.
Yeah, that's great. 500, and that's just signups, right? That's not seats on the rocket ship, correct?
Yeah, that's seats.
Yeah. Oh, that's seats. Okay.
Yep.
So there was 500 seats of the rocket ship.
So let me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys know
this. So once.
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Once that occurs, once the seats are all sold out, then that's going to mean that, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, that's going to mean that your cash potential is no longer relevant.
There's no longer a comp plan.
And your potential.
Your comp plan.
Right. And then your potential to earn commission is no longer relevant.
Right.
So you lose that aspect of the business. Then it's just going to be how many coins you're mining at the value of the coins.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yep.
And how much hash power you have.
Yes.
No,
yeah. When that's
why I tell everybody, if you can do it, come in with a 9-pack.
Yeah.
Split those into 3 and put 9 more on each of those.
Yep.
Get 27.
Because I also believe that when we're going to get to that point, Texit coin will have such a visibility. I believe that Bobby Gray will also have his, these projects, monetary project, that's where his specialty is, and bringing in this monetary digital. Excuse me, I lost my train.
You need to ask Bobby Raphael if he's going to expand onto other networks, because that's going to be very key for the future of this project.
Well, when you say by other networks,
hey Ron,
I'm listening, Peter. What do you mean by?
Can you say that again? What you were just saying? I want to make sure that Chip and Tom are aware of this about the. You can buy 9 under each of those business centers. So if you come in with a 9-pack, then you can buy 9 more.
Yeah, you got kind of a delay going there, Mike. Yeah. Let Raphael and Peter, what were you saying? And Mike and Ron, please hold that thought.
Listening to what everybody's saying, how on down the road with the mining and how some of the incentives sound like they're eventually going to sunset, which is understandable. But on something like this for the future of this platform, and in keeping up with other what I mean, Raphael, by other networks is Polygon, BNB, SWE, things like that, it would be in his best interest to have a wrapped version to go over to those chains because there's a lot of opportunity there. And if he could at least create a wrapped version that will be compatible over there, I can go ahead and tell you, I would have 10 or 15 ideas of what to do with it.
Well, I believe that was already talked about, but I don't think that he's there yet for that.
I think that's part of his plan, but he's not telling us quite yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's all going to come in February, March. That's going to be the big reveal, because right now he's focused on crowd sharing, building the base, building the foundation to Texit Coin. And so he knows he's got to have as many miners out there and spreading the word. That's why he capped it at 9 miners per person, unless you do this promo in August where you get the additional 2 business centers and you can buy 9 more in each of those business centers. So if you buy those, like what Mike was talking about, you can literally have 27 miners plus the 2 free.
Well, you can do that at any time, but through the month of August, they're letting people that didn't do it before to upgrade to it in the month of August.
You gonna buy?
Okay.
So it's going to carry on, but it's only in your first 30 days.
Will you order from Georgio's?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch.
You can upgrade to the 9-pack.
Get some cash.
But I can tell you this: my opinion will get you a flat Coke and a stale bag of chips. But it would. Thank you for the sympathy for laughing. That's a bad joke. But on something like that, it would be, to me, it would be a smart idea to give at least hints to the future of what's coming, because I understand. I mean, with me, I'm a multi-chain kind of guy, and I want to know what's coming, because I mean, I'm a project founder, and if there's ways to work with this later on, it'll keep I'm not saying I'm gonna go somewhere, but it would give more incentive, and it would actually open up Texit Coin in a new niche to a whole new world. Because I mean, with Wrapped Texit Coin, I just sent you guys in the comment section the link to the Uniswap pool. If there's other options for that, Chip, you and I have had a conversation quite several times about LP opportunities, and that's something that is very, very attractive to a lot of people.
Yeah, I just think if you have the opportunity, what this coin is doing outside of the mines, hey, if there was a staking platform for Texit Coin, man, I'd be all over it, where you could just stake your coins. And Susan and George, what you mean, there are staking protocols out there where you could take a cryptocurrency, agree to lock it up in there for a certain period of time. Sometimes they give you choices, 7 days or 200 days or whatever. The longer you lock it up, the bigger APR you get, or the more of that coin you earn. So you get those things developed, with the Wrapped Texit Coin. And once again, they have to buy the Texit Coin to do that, but also to compound, withdraw, deposit, or whatever, they got to pay a gas fee, but you're having to use more Texit Coin. So those projects, they help sustain the price of the coin, but it also gives us the opportunity to accumulate more. It gets to be a real good cycle when it's done clean. And I think with Texit Coin, and as transparent as Bobby is, I mean, he likes to show everything now. I can see him developing stuff like this. And you have the ability to go into the blockchain and watch everywhere your money goes, A to Z. Which, if he develops something, I'm not brown nose or nothing. I hardly know the guy, but what I do know about him, already is that I think he's overly transparent. I think there's things he probably shouldn't show, but he likes to show everything, man, which is great.
Well, there's already 2 or 3 projects that are in the works for 2 cities in Texas that are going to be having digital monetary money, right, Ron? I don't know if I'm using the right terms.
community coin.
Yeah, community coins.
That's going to be the layer 2. Right now we're in layer 1. We're in the
Yes.
foundation. Layer 2 is where he's going to start releasing that.
Yes,
or it's
sir.
going to be on Ethereum.
On a Texit coin.
On the Texit coin blockchain, from what I understand.
Yes. So there's two cities. There's two cities coming up.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, there's two cities coming up, and he's working also with I think a fair that goes around, a gun show or something. I'm not if that's the one I'm talking about.
Well, he's working on a state fair where most of your fairs you go and you buy, let's say, a wristband or you buy coupons or tickets.
Yes, exactly.
He wants to do that with Texit coin. They buy the Texit coin and spend it at the fair, and then if they have any left, they keep it and they see it increase, and it gives them, the incentive to go and buy more Texit coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a really good interview with a guy that I just watched that video a week ago. And he talked specifically to that. And he said they spent all this time and energy with these community dollars.
Yes.
And they had to put them in magazines and print them. And they had to account for them and do spreadsheets and track it all. And it was like $5 million or something like that. And then the people went and left the fair, and they had 10% of the paper coupons or whatever left over that people had purchased that they could have used within the community, and they were basically just worthless. So they were trying to figure out how after the fair they could utilize that, and they started working on that. And that's where he came up with his idea of he was telling this guy in this interview that with Texit coin, we would have it as the transaction fee, as the blockchain, but we would have layer 2 coins that would be the McKinney downtown dollar.
Right.
And the downtown dollar would be good 24/7, 365 days a year. And, you could then go spend it in stores and stuff after these fairs. But the fairs would be a great promo and a great intro to kick those off. So,
and the way he talks about, I watched that video a couple of times. He also talks about that the dollar, when it circulates, it only circulates like about 4 times. But by having that digital dollar, it actually circulates into the community up to 40 times. So it gives it a bigger percentage. Like I said, I'm not, educated on these things, like on terms like you guys are, but I know the basics. And when I hear these basics, I can already read and understand it. And I just know that they're on the right path, And then when I hear people like you guys, so I got educated on these shows, and I appreciate your guys' experience. So
yeah, Raphael said he could teach me everything he knew, and it would only take him 5 minutes.
It would be nice if there was a series of links to study things like that and to get the word out, because just talking to people about things like this, they've just never heard of it. So it would be good to do something like that.
Well, Susan, do you have, while we got these guys on the stream here, Ron and Raphael and Big T and Cap Mike, they're all doing great, and Peter, and building their teams. And do you have any questions as far as team building or, your strategy from here?
Did we come to the conclusion, if you're in with one miner, as some of the people that George and I are talking to want to come in with one miner, and they get their commission, what is the best advice? That they buy hash power or they buy more miners? I didn't get the end result.
Hash is miners. Miners, it's the same thing. One mine creates 100 hash power. So
no, not hash power, coins.
Oh, taking commissions or
If they
buying
take-
coins or hash
Is it
power?
better to buy coins or is it better to buy the mines?
If, mathematically wise, it's the hash, because if it's it's a long term 100 plus year return. So in the end, you do the math, you cannot lose there. But depending on the financial situation that you're in, some people just like to take their money, and some people are emotional with their trades and their investments, and they like to, feel safe that they got their money back right away. I'm in on me as soon as I found out this project, where it's from, that it's in here on American soil in the state of Texas. Me and Ron talk about this. You're gonna be accountable for here in Texas. So I'm all in on this project. I haven't taken a dollar yet. I've been just multiplying it and compounding it. I see the vision, but there's some people that would like to take some money out. They feel much more safe, and some people have different financial.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
My opinion would be to build the hash. The more hash you have long term, like Raphael said, and it's been up to a couple of days for me to finally understand, what cash power meant and exactly the hash power and why it's so important. And now, without a doubt, the focus needs to be, my focus is helping build a team and helping them, but also at the same time build that hash power as quick as I can.
Yeah, and it comes out to 2 for 1 when you take it out on commission.
Yeah,
and you get you max out $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000. You're getting a miner at the price of $500. So if you do the math, no matter how you do the math, you're going to win that way. It's 100% sure.
It's like this. I qualified for 2,000 commission, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I say, well, I could really use the $2,000, but
who wouldn't,
but if I take it as hash, right? That's 4 seats or 4 miners, right? Times, we'll say $5 a day to keep the math easy. That's $20 times 30. That's $600 a month. So within 3 or 4 months, I'll make that 2,000 anyway, but I'll keep on making that 600 a month, because I took the hash, you see.
Yeah.
And that 600 to it, you're doing the math today that 600 is at $2.89. That price goes up to $5. That $600 automatically became $1,200.
Well, depending on how much coins it's mining at that time.
But you already made that money. So
yeah. The coins that accumulate from that. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you.
So it's the mathematically wise, you're gonna catch up, without taking the cash with the hash, but in the long run.
And you could get Susan and George as you move further into your crypto journey. Some of the OGs know this. If they go and they buy a bunch of Binance or Bitcoin or whatever, and they see the price starting to slowly go up, what they'll do is they'll take out 25% of their supply. Mm-hmm. And then when the price starts coming down again, they'll start buying 25%. It's like they learn how to dollar cost average, so to speak, as the chart goes up and it comes down. It's one of those techniques that if you learn it, it's kind of fun and you can do good with it.
Yeah, of course.
I've been telling my team, guys, take it in hash until February. And then let's take a look and see where the coin is. And then if you want to make a decision from there, make a decision from there. But take it in hash. If you don't need the money right now, Let it build up. Let's see if this coin goes to $16 a coin. And then if you want to take some out, get your ROI or even a little extra, whatever, do it then.
Good
Look,
advice.
February is
Thank you.
5 months away.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Both of them. Thank you.
Yeah, it just depends on how fast you want to be risk-free.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could take because Susan's been doing good. I mean, she's why I reached out to you, Peter, about a easier onboarding option. Boy, when I was at her house and we were trying to get crypto.com, I just wanted to take my head and go, bash, start banging my head. It was crypto.com is so difficult, man. You know, but I think we'll find some better. Yep, Susan did real good at figuring it out, and you know, without a doubt, she's going to get better. So, you know, she already bought, you know, she bought George in, and we're trying to get another gentleman in, but his money was locked up on crypto.com, and technically Susan's was only locked up for 24 hours. So he's had crypto.com for a while, so we had to tell him to put in a ticket and let them try to tell him what's going on, you know.
Yeah, I guess when you're on board all these platforms,
Hey, man.
they take a hold. Yeah.
Don't keep putting your head between that sandpaper. Coinbase, man. That's the way to do it.
Coinbase?
Coinbase. We can set up a live one day, and I'll show you guys how to do it. I'm telling you, it's instant.
Well,
and Susan, with this one,
a lot of new people
just
to
don't
Coinbase are
start
saying they're
having
getting their funds locked up
PTSD.
for 7 days.
Don't start having PTSD about Z's. This is a whole different. This is a whole different game.
We always have PTSD about Z.
Guys, but before crypto was, I think this
we were saying Coinbase can hold it up to 7 days.
For new users, that's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, if you make the wrong type of transaction. Yes.
Okay.
Hold what up for 7 days?
Your money, your transaction, they won't let you offload it.
That I have found is if you do an ACH deposit or a debit card deposit, yeah, they'll hold your funds while that clears. But if you do a wire, it's available immediately.
Okay.
You can also do
but they are definitely going to hold and clear that ACH for 7 to 10 days. They say 5 to 10 days.
Yeah, but for new users, when you click on wire transfer, it doesn't provide the wiring instructions. How long before they can do a wire?
Yeah, it does. Actually, it will force you. I just did this with a gentleman the other day. He went and clicked on deposit cash, and we went to click on wire, and it said, please identify or please provide your identification. So he had to scan his driver's license and the front and the back, and then we went back in, and then he was able to do the wire. He was relatively new, so he had deposited money in there, ACH and debit, but he had never done a wire. And he opened this Coinbase about 2 months ago, and he had about $45 in there. And he goes, and we were having all kinds of problems with crypto.com. So I said, let's go over to your Coinbase and let's do a wire. When we went to do the wire, it said, you need to provide your identification, because he hadn't obviously uploaded his driver's license and something like that. And so he had to just rescan the front and back of his driver's license. And then it released it, and we wired it, and it's in there, and he's good to go.
Great. I'll remember. We might want to get you set up with Coinbase, Susan.
And do it through your phone.
Okay.
Yeah, the key to it is, Chip, is do it via a debit card. I use Apple Pay. You can also do Android Pay. If you do it that way, it is quick, and you don't even have to pay a wire transfer fee or anything. And it is quite nice.
Like also on your PayPal, you can do it by PayPal also,
Well,
right?
mine went through as Google Pay. It was
That's right, it did.
crypto.com, but when it went through, it said it went through Google Pay.
Yeah,
Well,
we
you
did
can
that
do- you can do
accidentally.
that too. That is a good option. Yes.
Well, great. Any other questions, guys? We've been going over an hour.
Yep.
Ron, you
No,
want
I
to add?
appreciate all of you. I appreciate everything. Helps a lot. Even if it's some of it's Greek right now, it'll come to reality.
Well,
Tom, when you was doing the swap, you basically was connecting your wallet to Uniswap, right?
Correct.
So I think Raphael's question, he can do the same thing through Exodus if Exodus has a D app. Correct?
I'm just not familiar with Exodus, so I just have no way to comment on that.
I'm just asking because there's a lot of people that are, off the continent and they use different other exchanges, like Binance or Exodus, or can you probably do a wrap on Binance?
What you should do is, and Chip, I'll provide you with the instructions, is change now. I've actually got a portal set up on there to where they can exchange right over.
Oh, okay. Change now. That's like Changely or
I'll send Chip the info. He can get it over to you.
Mm-hmm.
You can do wrap Texit coin on there.
Man, it's a Swiss Army knife, dude.
Yeah. I used to use that all the time, and those things are amazing. Can take up a little bit of time sometimes, but
some of you guys may know or may not know, Peter just launched his first project a little over a month ago called the Liquidity.
No, it's a tree on the SWE network. The ticker symbol is tree. The token name is called Liquidity. It's a catchphrase that I've had, but
Liquidity, that's right.
It is absolutely knocking down doors, and we've got a lot of bullish catalysts that are in front of us right now that we're looking forward to, and it's good because I'm going to tell you, if Texit Coin ever figures out a way to make it to the SWE blockchain, there's a lot of opportunity there. A lot of opportunity.
The SWE blockchain.
A lot of people call it SUI. SUI.
Oh, SUI.
Careful, Raphael, you may like it.
That's what I've been calling it, SUI, but it's SWE actually. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, guys, any other questions before we close out?
Nah.
I'm good. Nope.
I'm actually about to do an interview, Chip, on a different channel of mine called The Arborist, not the Crypto Arborist. And I'm going to be interviewing two young men who teamed together with their companies to remove a tree off a stroke victim's house. So it's going to be a very touching interview. You guys ought to watch it.
I'll make sure to check it out, man.
I do.
Oh, great.
Well, I'm going to play my outro. Anybody who's watching, I think the PACA update probably took a lot of eyeballs away, but this will be posted on YouTube and everything. So everybody have a great rest of your Sunday.
Chip, what about that wheel spin?
The wheel spin, I did that yesterday.
Okay.
Okay.
I do need to set up a wheel spin. Yeah, you're right. That's a good idea. I'll show you how to set it up. You could do one. All right, guys.
Thank you so much. This was awesome. Thank you so much for having.
Y'all have a good evening. This is Blue Chip Drip out of here. Beso y corazón.
Yes.